Hello, good afternoon, and those of you who are connecting live. I'm sorry I have some issues with my mail and connecting um, online, and I will ask that you bear with me. Very soon, I think it will be sorted out. Again, technology at times can disappoint you, but very soon I should be connected. I can see that some of you are already in. Um, so just bear with me a second and I will sort this out and I should be live with you. In the meantime, I just want to thank all of you who was connected over these past weeks, listening to my lecture on the core values of leadership. I have given you the background of this, but for the sake of those who are connecting for the first time, it was always good to recap on why we're doing this, so that if you're connecting for the first time, you will understand the reason, the simple reason. So the simple reason is that I am trying to address issues of leadership. It is my strong belief that the young ones of today needs to be guided, needs to be mentored, needs to be coached on the core values of leadership. So in that case, I identified 12 core values. And these core values, as I said earlier in all of my other lectures, on integrity, on commitment, on empowerment, on futuristic vision, on accountability, on decision making, which we are going to discuss today, and then on empathy, and then on confidence, on good communication, on honesty, and innovation, and also on passion. So over these past weeks, we discussed the four or five core values. Today, we're here to discuss decision making, because decision making is key and most important for leaders. Leaders must take decisions that has serious implications on the team if you're working in a corporate body, or on a population if it's political or social, or wherever you find yourself as a leader. So for that reason, you need to have, informed choices. So you need to be informed, very well informed, to be able to take a decision on any matter. So effective leaders base their decisions on accurate data and relevant information, ensuring that they are well informed. Data is key. I mean, I hear a lot of times when people quote or say certain statements without collecting data. It is always good that you are accurate in the data that you do. I think in my last week I discussed about the data I collect from the Ministry of Basic Education in the Gambia. So when I quote about the youth and also education, I mean, I go back to this data. I go to the website, and based on the figures, the accurate data that has been collected, then I make a statement. And then, you also need to have relevant information. What is relevant to the cause, to the purpose, what you're saying. So ensuring that you're well informed. But because as a leader, if you are misinformed, then you have a problem. You shouldn't be misinformed. You should be very well informed in order to be able to make a decision. So decision making is key for a leader. The other issue is collaboration. In order to take an effective decision, collaboration is key. So leaders engage their team in the decision-making process, fostering a culture of collaboration and a collective input. So you cannot do things alone. You always need to collaborate with your team. You are a team leader. You are at the very top. I have said this over and over and over again. As a leader, you need to collaborate with your team. So once you collaborate with your team, you engage them in the decision-making process. So you're not a dictator, you're not at the top and just say, look, this is what has got to happen, and then it should be. So you collaborate with your team. So after you've had your informed decisions, you collaborate with your team in order to make good, go through a good decision-making process. The other, again, whilst making decisions, is the issue of integrity, which was the first core value of leadership. You need to be a person of integrity. So ethical leadership ensures that their decisions align with their values and the organization's mission, promoting trust and respect. That is very important for a leader. If you are an ethical leader, you need to be an ethical leader. Ethics matters in leadership. So as an ethical leader, you need to take, decisions aligned with your values and the organization's mission also. The organization has a mission, and in promoting trust and respect, especially with the team that you are leading. It's also, again, transparency. A leader in taking decisions needs to be transparent. I've said this in some other values before, but it is important, that there is transparency, that a leader needs to be transparent in the decision-making process. So openly communicating the reasoning behind decisions helps build trust and encourages buy-in from team members. So once you're transparent, people trust you, and that you need to build. I mean, your followers need to trust you. And once they trust you, then it helps in communicating whatever decisions that you are making. And also then timeliness. As a leader, whatever you are doing, timing is important. When you take the decisions, where you take the decisions, how you're going to take the decisions and implement them. So timeliness, great leaders understand the importance of making timely decisions, weighing the need for urgency against the need for information. So where things are very urgent and it has implications, you need to take the right decisions at the right time. That is so important. So I will urge that if you are a leader, your timing is important. Remember, if you go hunting, for example, in decision making, and you want to, get your animal or your prey, I mean, the timing is important when you click that trigger, to kill that animal. So if you time it late, you missed it. So the same thing in leadership. Timing is very important. So all the great leaders, they understand the importance of making timely decisions. That is key. So you should always make your decisions on time. The other thing is about flexibility. You need to be flexible in your decisions that you take. You shouldn't be a hardliner that, look, here you are just going to make this decision and you stick firm to it. You need to be flexible. So effective decision making involves making adaptable and open to changing decisions based on new information or feedback. Because you might be taking a decision based on a certain factor or certain issues, but maybe things have changed. And when things change, you need to be flexible. I always tell my team that I meander, you meander, because when you hit an obstacle, then you have to change. You have to change direction. A good leader doesn't really force your way where probably it's impossible. I always give a good example again that, look, if you are going, well, it is said that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So if you're going from point A to B, the shortest distance is to go straight from point A and go to point B. But life and decision making is not a straight line. You can get to a point where you will meet between the 2 points that you meet a solid concrete wall. If you're walking or you're driving or whatever, what do? You meander. You take a decision there and then that you need to go around that wall to get still to your point. So it is important that you are flexible. So whatever you are doing in your decision making, try to be flexible. Also, in decision making, you need to be, focus on long term. So leaders consider the long term impact of their decisions rather than focusing solely on short term gains. A good leader doesn't just focus on short term gains. The decision that you take, has far-reaching implications. And you need to really focus on the long term. What is it that I'm doing now that has an effect in the long term? So a good leader will always focus, on long term. And then you need to assess also the risk that you're taking when you're making decisions. So risk assessment is key. So successful leaders, evaluate potential risk and benefits before making important decisions, ensuring a balanced approach. You should always have a balanced risk is part of any business that very well, and then you evaluate the potential of risk and its benefits. What are the benefits that I'm taking? What is the risk that is there before you take the decision? So risk assessment is very key. Also in managing, especially in the corporate world, institution and experience, while data is essential, leaders often rely on their institution and past experiences to guide them in decision making. I mean, if you have done something before and it was wrong, you've done it again, it was wrong. So based on your experience, you shouldn't do it again. So at times you get a lot of data that comes in, but your experience come in. That's why it is commonly said that experience matters, because you have done it. You know where it works. You know how it works and where it works. Where does it work? Where does it not work? So experience is important. So therefore, you'd always need to bring in institutional experience into whatever you're doing, especially in the corporate world. The other thing is also on feedback mechanisms. You need to be always taking up feedbacks. After taking a decision, what is the feedback? What have you had back? So creating avenues for feedback allows leaders to assess the effectiveness of their decisions and make necessary adjustments. So when you get the feedback that, yes, I took this decision and that's the way it was done, well, I didn't achieve what I wanted. You might achieve, part of it, not all. So therefore, then you need to adjust. So getting the feedback allows you to have that mechanism to make the necessary adjustments. So when you adjust, then it works better and it works probably faster. So therefore, it is very important that you have feedback mechanisms. That's why you do evaluations. You evaluate, performances. What is it that has been done? I mean, was it as planned? Did it go right or did it go wrong? So these are some of the things that you must put in place for effective decision making. Then the other is also effective inclusivity. You need to include everyone. Involving diverse perspectives in decision making can lead to more innovative solutions and greater team cohesion. So that is important. Include everybody. I mean, my style of leadership, especially when I have my meetings, my staff will know I include everybody. Actually, what I do is before taking the decision, I listen to my team. A good leader always listens to the team. You include everybody. And when I do include them also, I always focus on the weakest amongst the team because I know them. I'm the team leader. I know who is who. So I focus on those who are weak, allow them to speak out. By doing so, they develop themselves. They build confidence. Rather than having those you think, are much better off, they know better, to speak first. Once they speak first, it is very likely that the others who are weaker will align with them. I say, okay, as Mr. X said, or as Mr. Y said, and then just piggyback on it. But if you are inclusive in your decision-making process, it allows everybody to key in, and it helps you as a decision maker. And it also helps to develop confidence. It builds confidence. That is important. Because as you have a team, some are weak, some are shy, some don't have confidence. So you help them to have that self-confidence. And in doing so, it helps you in your decision-making process. Also, you need to clarity in your communication. You need to you need to clarify, when you communicate. So clearly articulating decisions and their implications helps ensure that everyone in the organization understands the action being taken and why. If you are a leader and you've taken the decision, make sure that there's clarity in your communication, that your team They understand exactly where you're going, why you are taking the decision. Why is it that the target is north and you are heading northeast? They need to understand this. Otherwise, they will not have confidence in you. So it is important to have clarity in your communication. So they understand exactly where you are heading, why you are heading there, and then they will follow. So I will repeat it again, that clearly articulating decisions and their implication helps ensure that everyone in the organization understand the actions being taken and why you are taking it. That is key. Empowerment. Whilst empowerment is also a part of the core values of leadership, it within taking a decision of decision making, there must be empowerment. By empowering team members to make decisions within their areas of expertise, leaders foster a sense of ownership and accountability. So yes, the buck stops with you. You are the one at the very top. But you cannot take decisions for everything that has been done. I'll take a very simple example. I mean, I am a CEO of a development company, and we have an organogram where I sit. I have my general managers that manage the company, and then under the general managers, you have project managers, you have foremen, you have IT heads, different managers, and then people who take action. I cannot take certain decisions for my general manager. I allow her or allow him to take decisions. The general manager cannot take decisions all the time for their subordinates. They have to take a decision. If you have a carpenter up in the roof fixing the roof, the decision that he takes in how the roof is fixed cannot be done by his seniors. You empower them. You empower these people that, look, you're going up there, make sure when you drive the nail, it is driven like this because he's trained, he's empowered. So you empower him so he takes the right decisions to implement. So this helps in the whole decision-making process of the organization or the team that you are leading. So it is good to empower your team. Then, evaluation of outcomes. Once a decision has been taken and there's an outcome, then you need to come back and evaluate it. So good leaders regularly review the outcomes of their decision to understand what worked, what didn't, and why, using these insights to inform future decision making. So you will always need to go back and make an assessment, make an evaluation, of the outcomes. So whilst you've done this, it will help you. It will help and make sure that you have taken the right decision. So you do an evaluation. So good leaders regularly review the outcomes of their decisions to understand what worked, what didn't work, and why. So using these insights to inform future decision making. So these are the issues, these are the things, for example, I've listed out that for a good leader to make good decision making, you need to be wary of these. Now I have with about 9 minutes to go, and as always, I would like to take up comments that have been sent by those of you who are connected. So, and then we'll make it interactive all the time. I mean, it'll be nice to first acknowledge those who have connected. I have some very regular ones, who are always connected. One of them is Okan Gibbon, or Gibbone, if I pronounce it right. He's connecting on Facebook, and he says simply good evening. And then Okan, just tell us when you say good evening, where you're connecting from. It's good to know which country, which continent you are connecting from. Then Osman on Facebook again says, my mentor. I guess that's a compliment. Woman Right says, good evening, my mentor. Thank you so much. Always please just tell us where you are connecting from, where you are, and then just if you have a question or something that you want me to clarify, just drop them in. So Woman Right on Facebook says, good evening, mentor. Now Babukar Seka says, God bless you, amen. He's connecting through YouTube. I've got also Musa Odu Abdurrahman. Greetings with all humility and profound respect, our dear leader and everyone. He's connected through Facebook. I've got also Chimwembe Kabasa. he says, God bless, sir, watching from Zambia. Thank you so much. Yes, then you have Jeng Salayego. Yes, she always follows me, says, Salam, Salam, Uncle Taf. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. She always is one of my top fans and always connected, through my social media pages. I've got also Maria to Mane on Facebook says, all the wise ones, let's gather here. Opportunity is knocking and is called knowledge for free. Thank you, Uncle Taf. Thank you, Maria Tumane. She's connecting and sent a message through Facebook. Then Buba Saho on Facebook says, critical thinking. Thank you, Buba. Momadou Ba on Facebook says, welcome back, Uncle Taf, for another educational session. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you, Momadou, on Facebook. And then Idris Mahama on Facebook says, my great mentor. Thanks. And then on Facebook again, Demba K. Dabo, great thanks, my mentor. I am carefully watching your footsteps to succeed in life. Keep educating us free. Timing in our program and issues, 75% do fail due to time management. He's right, time management is very important. And then Jeff Melik on Facebook says, thanks for the great guidance. Thank you, Jeff. And then Maria Majoub says, how long does the title deed process takes? That it depends on where on Tulip now we have all the consent from the ministry. It took a little bit of time, but now we can process the title deeds right away. I wonder where you've bought it. Most likely you are a client. With Mariam Doof, I will tell the staff to get back to you tomorrow. Or drop an email, please, or through Facebook. Let me know which property you have bought and the reference, so we will tell you whether your title deed is ready or not. Les David Gomez Jr. says, thank you, David. Thank you, MD. That's through YouTube. Moses Adem through Facebook says, good evening. I am connected from Port Harcourt. Musa Ododo Abdurrahman is connecting from Nigeria. Babu Karsala on Facebook says, proud of you, uncle. May Allah keep blessing. Much love here. Buba Saho says, you said it all, leadership styles and decision-making techniques. Turembo, thank you, sir, Taf, for sharing your knowledge and time. Mariam Juve, assalamu alaikum, honorable, very informative. On Facebook again, Ibrahim Jaiteg says, thanks, Dad. And then the last one, not the least, on Facebook, Mariam Juve says, thank you for your response and not saying away. Now, let me quickly go to, I've got 4 minutes to go, and I will just quickly go on to TikTok, because I'm using a different set for TikTok. And here we go. I've seen all of you who has joined. Ambassador Cherry says hi. And then somebody says, keep it up. Just got the #1 gifter badge. Who else? Let me see. James Bunny Media sent a rose. Thank you. And Taf, I want you to employ me, please. Employment happens on site. If you want employment, you don't do it through this medium. Thank you, Mr. Njie. Somebody said so. It's a bit faded, so I cannot see the names. So TMB says, Mr. Njie, thank you. Ahmed Fall is following. And then, Senabu 469 says, where is Sose Njie? Which of the Sose Njie is my daughter or my sister? Sose Njie, my daughter, is in England. My sister is in the Gambia. How can we, Europe-based, own a home in the Gambia? You can own through just online. I mean, you can send us an email on our email addresses, and then then go through the process of owning a home. KG5, who's this? DJ Closet says, KG5, check his website, Facebook page. TAF has the best homes in the Gambia. KG5 says with TAF. Thank you so much, KG5. Yes. And then please concentrate on this man, please. Somebody said so. Right. Karamba Ture, I think it's no Mariamba Ture followed, last follower. And then, hi, how are you doing? Thank you, we're doing fine. I need land. Can I contact us? Please just send us an email on info@tafafricaglobal.com or send a WhatsApp to 7762333 or 376233 if you want any land or house. This is mainly for giving a lecture on leadership. You know, if you want anything on TAF Africa Global, you have all the contacts. Please contact us. Let me see. Business in my life. Check his Facebook page, TAF Africa Global, and you will be #1 there. Thank you. The way I look up to you, only God knows. I pray to have the wonderful experience you have and make impact. Somebody says something brown. Adama Kamara is my dad, your longtime friend. Somebody says so. Yes, thank you. God bless you. So those are compliments, a lot of compliments. No questions at all. Some comments in the live filter. That's right. You are inspiring, so hardworking. Thank you. Do you have a construction company in Sierra Leone? Yes, we do. We are in 63 Sir Samuel Lewis Road. Somebody who contacted from Sierra Leone, and we are doing a development in John Obey. Who else? May Almighty Allah continue to bless you. Uncle, I'm happy for you. Thank you so much. Please send questions so we can answer it. I mean, I've given a lecture for 30 minutes, so we expect to have questions and then we will respond. Good evening, Uncle, commenting from Gambia. I want someone to build my house. Can you guys do that? No, we don't. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we sell houses. Salam, my brother, Mr. Njie. Okay, salam to you too. Hey, Uncle, I'm watching. Can you call to stay some high say, please? No, we cannot call. This is a lecture on leadership, and I've delivered 30 minutes. So it will be good to, if you've listened, then ask questions and we'll respond. Somebody says, can I have your number, please? Our numbers are 7762333 or 376233. I'm a young woman who's doing hand decor. Yes, somebody's looking for business. I sent you several messages on your Facebook. Please send emails. If you send emails and it's relevant to the topic, we will respond. I wish to know the process of getting a house in the Gambia. I am interested. Send an email to info@tafafricaglobal.com. Info@tafafricaglobal.com. Or a WhatsApp number on 7762333. Guys, I'm coming to the end. I'll just come back here to see whether I have any more questions here. Just compliments coming out. Sadi, brother, to you too. Great. Thank you so much, everyone. Box Brown watching from USA. Good information, Mr. Njie. Thank you very much. I've seen quite a number of you are connected. I guess it's been useful. Next week, we will be having a lecture on empathy. Empathy will be the next lecture. So it is already a minute past 9 o'clock. And I want to take this moment to thank all of you for taking time and connecting and listening to this lecture. Until I come your way again, God bless you and have a nice evening and good night. Thank you. God bless you all.